Hey guys, welcome to my video. It's Brian Dahl again. No movie reviews this time. Um, so when I was reading about our digital story and our metaphor, uh, I did think of a metaphor, but um, I'm someone who doesn't take any videos, any pictures, really, of anything in my life. I just don't take many day to day. I don't really have many photos of significant events in my life. And if I do, it's kind of one or two. And I didn't have any that really fit what I wanted to talk about. Um, my metaphor, uh, like, I just don't have access to any. And I didn't really want to do stock photos because it just wouldn't feel personal. So I'm just doing a video. I hope you make it through. But for my metaphor, it was about 10 years ago, I think, maybe even more than that. My family went whitewater rafting. We were at a family vacation, and there was a extended family there, cousins, uncles, all that. And so me, my brother, my mom and my dad, and a couple cousins, we went whitewater rafting. And the guide we had was awesome. She was super chill and nonchalant, and she talked to us about all the like rock formations and different types of rapids. She obviously taught us how to paddle the best way, where to look, because you had to like look across at the other person paddling, so you do it at the same time as them. What to do if we like hit a rock and someone fell out. She made it all seem super normal, and just she really normalized it and didn't made us not really worry about anything at all. But she also along the way showed us really cool stuff, like how certain cliffs looked, history about them, what they're made of, certain just a bunch of random facts that were really interesting and made the ride really great. And that's my metaphor. It's kind of specific. Guide is kind of more of a general one, but I think Whitewater Rapids guide slash instructor is a pretty good one for me, just because of that experience I had. Because um, going through the classroom, but having students go through my class throughout a year is gonna be kind of like rapids a little bit. There's gonna be really smooth times where everything's clicking really well, and there's gonna be times, and it'll vary by individual students even, but where it's really rocky and I'm not doing very well. I have to reevaluate my lesson plans, my style of teaching, um, you know, not cater, but adjust things for each student so that they're learning the best way they can. And um, on, I'll give them the skills so that they can do it on their own. Because like at the beginning of that whitewater rafting experience, she was telling us how to do everything. But she was telling us like, all right, so I don't remember exactly, but we'll just say she'd say like, all right, stroke, and she'd like stroke, and we'd like every time we'd be stroking, she would say it, and eventually, she just said she would like teach us in that however long that was. This is how you're gonna do it, and when I say this, you guys do that, and I'm not gonna babysit you essentially. Um, so we kind of became self-sufficient in a way during those few hours, and that's how I want my students. I don't want to have to baby them the whole way, because that would mean I'm not doing a good enough job explaining it, and that they're not learning on their own. Um, and also, I want to teach students what to do um, if something goes wrong, like when we learned what to do if we hit a rock or hit a particularly bad rapid and got, like went up on our side or even flipped over. I'd want students to have the skills to know how to reevaluate, like if they got a bad grade on an assignment, that it's not the end of the world, stuff like that. And also, I'd want to just kind of be, because she kind of just gave us like her anecdotes about her life, and obviously was pointing out the cool stuff that wasn't related to the actual rapid ride. Um, I want to do that to my students too. I don't want to just be the strict English teacher. I want to bring in as much as I can from my experiences and other sources so that they can enjoy that. And it'll make for a richer experience, and they'll be able to apply it to their lives and other areas of their education and just their regular lives. And that'll make it more meaningful, what they learn in my class at least. So, yeah, whitewater rafting guide slash instructor is my metaphor. Maybe it's too specific, but I think it's pretty fitting for what I am going for. Thanks for watching. See maybe some of you next semester. But it was a great class with you all. Thanks for having me.